Yeah,
I think
I don't have anything but the top 10 in front of me, but
Yeah.
Fever's probably surging alongside Passion.
Well, I'm
Passion
proud of
Christ.
Passion. That's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
And
It's
I
very
hope
cool. If you're
Princess
gonna have one
Bride-
surge, it's
I
gonna be
hope
that
Princess Bride blows them all out of the water.
one. Right after we said the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, you know what though? What if we found out it's just because a bunch of people wanted to get Marcus canceled? And like, did you know he did a Helen Keller impersonation? You gotta listen to it.
Welcome to The Cover, where three Hoosier friends judge books by their covers and movies by their trailers.
That's right. I'm Brett, here with my fellow Indiana natives, Remington and Marcus, ready to dive into the stories that keep us up all night and occasionally put us to sleep.
Whether you're a bookworm, movie buff, or just here for the witty banter, we've got you covered.
Each week, we'll dissect a different book or movie, sharing fun facts, hot takes, and moments that make Marcus cry. Spoiler alert, we're not experts, but we're definitely opinionated.
From literary masterpieces to blockbuster flops, nothing is safe from our snarky reviews and wild tangents. Who knew Hoosiers could be this entertaining?
So grab your popcorn and reading glasses because we're about to embark on a hilarious journey through the pages and screens that shape our lives. Or at least our weekends.
You're listening to The Cover. Let's get the show on the road before one of our kids wakes up. Two.
You're a liar. You touched it.
0.
What's new this week is we figured out how to turn our mics on about
Nice.
45 seconds ago.
Rem figured out
Great
how
job,
to mute
guys.
me. He's never doing that again.
Well, I can't unmute you, so I'd have to really be upset.
And what else is new? We got a top 9 war movies
Ooh.
edition.
Oh.
Do we all
to
have
bring
it?
to you.
I've got mine.
Well, Rem has his, Marcus has his. I found out about mine 39 seconds ago. So ChatGPT told me, based on what it knows about me, what my top 9 should be.
And
Have
how
you
many of the
seen
9
them
have
all?
you seen?
How
many of them?
1, 2.
All right, so producer Nate.
I've seen 5 only because I told it to add the Patriot into it.
Producer Nate, pull up the thing, and as we're going, I want to see how many of these are aligned. How many? It might not be that hard to know.
Well, okay, just to be
To
clear,
each other's.
I did
Overlaps.
not include fantasy. So like stuff like
I did not
Lord
either.
of the Rings.
I did not either.
Sure.
Well, it's a lot of war. in there.
Or adjacent.
I also did not do war adjacent.
I did not either. And even borderline, I don't think I did that either. Like all of mine are straight up war movies.
Yeah, mine are war movies as well.
All right, Mangus. You
Now,
go.
are all yours war movies based on actual events?
No.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Mostly.
Well, most of mine are too. And,
No, I just wanted to- I
but
just wanted to
like,
see if that was a
I think the
distinction.
biggest one is like Schindler's List. I think that is, if someone put that on their list, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad at it either.
I think
Yeah.
that like that.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
But it's like, if you're looking at our lists, we are taking it within the context because we have so many lists. We have so many top 9s. And right next to it is top 9 dramas. And that's on my top 9
correct.
dramas is Schindler's List.
yeah.
So I'm kind of cheating.
And you're actively trying not to double up.
I'm not trying to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather be fun and like, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so are we just
There
gonna,
are some movies that overlap. I
are
have
we
a
just
whole-
going to give our lists and critique each other, or are we going to like go around the horn? Which way do you want to do
I think it's easiest. Give your
Full
list,
list.
and then we'll just
Okay.
tear
Full
you
list,
apart.
yeah.
Or support you, I mean. We'll support you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, so definitely Marcus goes first.
Marcus, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, Hacksaw Ridge.
It's on my
Our
list.
boy Andrew
on my
Garfield.
list.
That's on my list. If you have not seen it,
Pretty
though.
good.
Yeah, I have.
Number 8,
Yeah.
a crossover with the episode we're filming currently, Fury.
Ooh.
Fury.
Couldn't do it. I was in a bad place.
Oh man,
As soon as
so
they're
good.
like pulling his face off of the bottom of the
Oh,
tank,
Yeah,
Jeez.
I turned it off.
ChatGPT
I was
knew I
watching
wouldn't like
alone.
that.
I was watching
Fury is
alone.
really good.
Brutal.
7, Lone
7?
Number 7.
Oh.
I'm going backwards.
Okay.
Lone Survivor.
That's my number 6, apparently.
Lone
Lone
Survivor.
I honestly haven't seen it. I'm a Mark
Well,
Wahlberg fan.
Ram,
Oh,
you
you
would
haven't seen
know
Lone Survivor, man.
Then that it's a powerful story of brotherhood, loyalty, and resilience in the face of near impossible odds.
I can't believe you haven't seen that one.
I know. It's on my queue, and I always find something else.
Honorable mention, by the way, American Sniper, which came out at a similar time.
Same.
But it did not make the list.
Didn't make
Number
your
6,
list.
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh,
That's
dude.
the first one that's on my list.
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, it's so good.
That's the first one that's on my list.
I think
It's two movies. It's two movies.
it is 2 movies.
It's so good.
but it's good.
Okay.
It's great.
Number 5, Dunkirk.
Oh,
The filmography on Dunkirk
is that Christopher Nolan?
incredible. I believe it is.
I think that's his first movie.
I believe it is. And I saw that one in theaters. Fantastic film.
When did that come out? If you had to guess, how old?
2013, 2014.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that.
It's got it takes like land, sea, and air all together, and you're going back and forth, and you've got to really pay attention. And it's World War II, the beach where they're trying to hold off.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. Number 4.
World War II is when Hitler was attacking everybody. Germany. we went over to Germany.
Numero 4, MASH.
Get out of town.
The movie?
The movie?
Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
No.
Well, then don't talk to me about that.
That's true.
It was honestly like a revolutionary film in the 70s.
Was it the same cast as the show, and then they created a movie?
No, the only person that's the same is Radar.
Radar's the one that dresses like a woman?
No,
Oh.
that's Klinger.
It's like a Pacers fan picking the Pacers to win the Bucks series.
Number
right there.
number one millennial MASH fan. I'm just going to own.
How many movies do you have left?
3.
Okay. I got to guess 2 of them.
Okay.
Patriot?
No,
Really?
didn't make the list.
Wow.
And you don't do adjacent, so Gladiator's not on yours.
Gladiator's not.
Patriot not me on the list makes
But
me think.
one of them on my list we have covered.
Knight's Tale.
No. Braveheart.
Brave. Oh, yeah.
Braveheart's number 1. Number 3 is Glory. Love that movie.
Really?
Oh, I love that movie.
I need to watch it again as an adult. That's
Love
Civil War, right?
Glory. Yeah.
Denzel?
Civil War. Denzel literally produces a tear in front of your eyes. Incredible film, in my opinion. Number 2, you guys got to know.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, says producer Nate from the back.
What do you mean, you
Saving
people?
Private Ryan. is
Okay,
number
good.
2.
Okay, all right, so we've got 2. We only have 2 that overlap. How many overlap with yours?
1.
Well,
2,
your list must suck.
3. American Sniper's on mine.
It's good. It's
So,
American Sniper.
Have you seen American Sniper? It's great.
Black Hawk Down is good. That was like,
Owen Wilson.
yeah. American Sniper I like. Black Hawk Down I like.
All right, so this is my list.
I didn't
there's-
put Glorious Bastards.
I'm
on there.
surprised All Quiet on the Western Front isn't on your
I haven't
list.
seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. That,
I think it might be if I'd seen it.
It will be.
That one and
it will
1917.
be. And you can watch it. So Netflix has AI bots that will...
I want to watch it in the German.
You can do that, but I'm telling you, it was halfway through the movie before I realized that it was in German.
Well, that's great.
It's good AI is what I'm saying. Like it was good AI translation. Like
I see.
every once in a while it looked like it was off and I was like, I wonder if I have to restart it or something like that.
No,
Or if like
I have not seen that one.
it's good. Very good. All right, here we go. My top 9.
Top 9, Remington.
Enemy at the Gates.
Oh.
Number
Steve McQueen.
this is, by the way, this is no particular order. I only have one favorite and then the rest of them are all up there. Enemy
Weak.
at the Gates. Great sniper film. Jude Law.
Yeah.
Last Samurai. That's
Okay.
probably what?
Yeah. I mean, I do like Last Samurai a lot.
What are you okaying?
I
You
just
think-
didn't think about it.
Marcus only thinks of American.
Oh, that's right.
style of
So
war.
you just filled this out
Yeah.
and used your brain.
Yeah.
You didn't use any Google or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there might be some that you're going to rethink. Last Samurai, fantastic. All Quiet on the Western Front. Great movie.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No.
No, not on there. Okay.
No, same character though.
No. Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket.
There you go.
The Patriot.
This is
That is a Patriot has been a fan fave for a long time. Gladiator is the only one that you could make the argument is
I don't really count that as a war
adjacent.
film. Yeah.
Because there is war. I mean, there is
If
war.
it's a
It is
war
during
film,
the war.
if it's a
Starts with
war
war.
film, then it's in my top 9. But I didn't count it as a war film.
Saving Private Ryan, we agreed on that one. Troy is just, I love medieval warfare.
Troy's fun. That's not medieval, but it's fun.
He just called your
True.
war movie
Greek-
fun. How do you
Greek
feel about
warfare. It is fun. I'm not watching it because I want to be.
I like Troy.
Are there blood squirts?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood
Yeah?
squirts.
Oh yeah. Troy's great.
You've never seen Troy?
Brad Pitt?
Why are
Brad
you
Pitt
reacting
gets
this way?
naked.
Yeah, we're
Wow, that was weird.
52 episodes in, and you're still confused that Brett hasn't seen a movie.
We're 49.
That's my
episodes
shtick.
in,
I'm
49.
confused.
And then I'm curious. I've said this on the show. What my favorite war movie is? Does anyone remember?
Kingdom of God.
Kingdom of Heaven. Kingdom of Heaven.
Which I still haven't seen.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
It's
I
got
still haven't seen that.
So
one.
that's
Orlando
your. The
Bloom.
rest are. It's like 238 or
The
two,
rest
or
are trying
239
to figure it out. It was one of those things where I was like, every time I would watch a movie, I'd be like, oh wait, is this the one where? And it was never that one. It was always Kingdom of Heaven. All my favorite things happen. All the favorite scenes. All my favorite little movie magic pieces that happen. Not movie magic, but magic of the movies.
Well, now I gotta watch it. Hopefully, it's not another Casablanca situation, but it'd be great.
You liked
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
I love
Also
the
a war
podcast
movie, by
we
the
did.
way.
Well,
Not
I
in your
considered
top
it
nine.
war
That's war
adjacent.
adjacent.
Not in
Yeah.
your top 9. I loved the podcast. I liked the movie. I loved the podcast.
By the way, I think we need to start saying that now because there's going to be movies that we give low ratings to, and at the end, I think we should always end with this one got a 7, but the podcast was a 9.
I liked the Barbie podcast a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh yes, absolutely. Graded the podcast.
Yeah.
What's funny is Pirates. We would have all graded the podcast a 3, and then listening to it's like this is a 9.
To be honest, it's probably top 5 podcast.
Is it really?
Pirates?
It's up
Pirates
there.
is
All right,
great.
That one is
here's
good.
my Chat GPT created top 9. This is based on Chat GPT basically helping me to write my book.
Because Brett doesn't remember what he
Also
seen
true.
anyway.
Also true. Number 9, American Sniper. Number 8, Patton.
Oh,
I almost put Patton on.
Is that good? You liked it?
Yeah.
I remember seeing something about it.
I wonder if Deer Hunter is Deer Hunter.
Deer
on the
Hunter.
list?
But that's a Heigl classic.
I also
It's
thought about
7
Deer
hours
Hunter.
long.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, really?
No, it's like 3.5.
It feels
That's still
long.
crazy. Number 7, Lone Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Band of Brothers, which is
Okay.
technically a
Isn't that a
mini-series.
miniseries?
Okay,
Yeah.
Band of Brothers. If we were gonna include it, it's number 1.
Okay, I haven't
Wow.
seen it.
You've
but if
never
we're including
seen it?
miniseries, I want to
It's a
put
deep exploration of
Turncoat. I wanna
camaraderie,
put
leadership,
Turn on the list.
evolution.
Neither of
and
you have ever
perseverance
seen
over the
Band
course
of Brothers?
No.
Dude, just lose 16
It's
hours
HBO,
of your
right?
life. Yeah, but it might be on Netflix still. It is so good. It's the best war stuff ever.
Oh, man.
Ever.
Number 5, Hacksaw Ridge. Number 4, Black Hawk Down. I've seen both of those. Number 3, 12 Strong.
Never seen it.
Focuses
That's
on,
a
What year
new
is
one,
that?
right? That's a new one.
well, it focuses on leadership under pressure and adaptability in unknown territory.
Jeez.
Number
It
2,
doesn't tell
Saving
you when
Private
it came
Ryan.
out?
No. And number 1, I added this on my own. Number 1 is The Patriot.
That's your favorite all time?
Yeah, man. It's so great.
Yeah, we agree on that. It's not even in your top 9, Mangus.
No, not quite.
Wow.
Last 2 episodes, boys. We did Fever in the Heartland. We did Ocean's 11. Got some great feedback on Fever.
I did too.
I hope it inspires people to read the book.
Yeah.
I think we are owed some royalties, possibly. It's happening.
Feedback as in people really liked the episode?
Yes, very much so.
That's cool.
Yeah, very much so.
The one right before that, just so you know, I'm looking at the ranks and there's only, since the beginning of us filming, which we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary, which is very exciting, there's only been one episode to crack our top 10 list since the beginning 12 episodes. And it was
Because everybody goes back. And
because everyone goes back and starts at the beginning. Passion of Christ is surging through the list.
Holy cow.
I texted you guys earlier, it's number 9. It's number 7 now.
Wow.
Passion of the Christ. Yeah, and it's a longer episode, and it's like
Yeah.
It's a longer episode.
we're
and
not
it's
quite as funny in it. Actually, we are. There's actually some really funny parts in it that are.
But the top 12 have been around for 40 weeks almost.
Right.
Most of them.
Right.
That's been around for 4 weeks tops.
Number 1 is number
two-
1 by
2
a
weeks.
vast margin, by the way. And it's not even our best episode. We just talk about this movie
Gladiator.
all the time. Gladiator.
Yeah.
Gladiator is crushing the field.
Gladiator's a great episode. Knight's Tale is also. Knight's Tale in there? Knight's Tale up there?
A Knight's
Still?
Tale is not in the top 10. It has been
It's a great
dethroned.
episode.
If you listen back to all of our episodes, though, A Knight's Tale is when we start to figure out who we are as a like. That's the first one where we kind of take off. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like Knight's Tale deserves a pin. You could pin it.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good one. Some of these on the top 10 are just because they were early. Like I'm looking at Never Have Your Dog Stuffed.
Hey now,
Come number 10. Come on. Like of all the episodes we've done, like it was. Don't get me wrong, we're good on.
Apparently,
all of them.
Marcus
there's
isn't
a lot
the
of
only millennial MASH fan.
There's
what I'm picking up.
the number one.
I know, but you're not the. I thought you were the only.
Oh, you
I
said
thought-
he's not the only one.
Yeah.
You thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
Boys in the Boat makes my heart happy. Number 2 all time.
I think Fever will end up getting up there.
Yeah,
I think it
I
will.
don't have anything but the top 10 in front of me, but
Yeah.
Fever's probably surging alongside Passion.
Well, I'm
Passion
proud of
Christ.
Passion. That's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
And
It's
I
very
hope
cool. If you're
Princess
gonna have
Bride,
one surge, it's
I
gonna be
hope
that
Princess Bride blows them all out of the water.
one. Right after
You
we
know-
said the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, you know what though? What if we found out it's just because a bunch of people wanted to get Marcus canceled? And like, did you know he did a Helen Keller impersonation? You gotta listen to it. You gotta.
Have you heard
Can't
the
touch
latest
this.
Passion?
We look it up and it spikes at the 13-minute mark and then drops off. They just wanted to hear Marcus.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
just cutting the recording.
Don't leave. Stay on this episode.
If
Stay
you
on this
don't
episode.
know what Helen
Hey,
Keller's
I got-
dog's name was, listen to the episode "The Passion of the Christ."
Am
Fun
I?
fact.
By
Fun
the way,
fact.
was I the first person to tell you that joke?
Yes.
I have no idea.
That was my favorite joke. Trey Skipper, shout out to Trey. That was, like from 12 years old on, that was the go-to.
That's good.
Welcome to the Cover Podcast. I'm your host, Brett Wiggins.
Hey,
as
Brett.
always, to my left is,
Marcus Mangus.
and sitting to my right
He
is.
even takes that long to say his name. Like that's the longest. I'm Remington Ramsey.
We answer 9 questions every week about one of your favorite books or movies. Sir Remington, what are we covering?
Christian Wolff is a math savant with more affinity for numbers than people. Behind the cover of a small-town CPA office, he works as a freelance accountant for some of the world's most dangerous criminal organizations. With the Treasury Department's Crime Enforcement Division, run by Ray King, starting to close in, Christian takes on a legitimate client, a state-of-the-art robotics company, where the accounting clerk has discovered the discrepancy involving millions of dollars. But as Christian uncooks the books and gets closer to the truth, it is the body count that starts to rise. This movie is The Accountant, 2016 R rating, 2 hours and 8 minutes runtime with Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, JK Simmons, Jon Bernthal, and director Gavin O'Connor.
Great cast.
I need to finish. I need to finish. I need to finish.
I need to finish.
I need to finish.
I need to finish. By the way, I totally get that.
I
I have OCD.
Yeah.
So I can't, this movie resonated with me.
not autism.
I don't think so.
Okay. all right.
I think you know. I haven't been told that. I'm a good driver.
Oh boy.
JK Simmons has been in
Oh,
how many
boy.
movies that we've done?
I didn't. Yeah, he's got this. So J.K. Simmons, we went on a J.K. Simmons role. Who was that last actor that we just randomly had?
Well,
like four,
Whiplash.
Gosling. We didn't mean
Yeah.
to do that.
J.K. Simmons might be my
Oh, Brad
favorite.
Pitt's been in a bunch of them.
Yeah.
He might be my favorite alpha of all time in movies.
J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
He's not an alpha in this.
He's a
though.
character.
At the beginning,
He's
he is.
definitely
At the
an
beginning,
alpha
he
in this.
is,
At least
yeah.
in the, he's just a great.
You ever seen Little Miss Sunshine?
Yes.
He's ridiculous in
Oh wait, what is he playing that?
that. Is he not the? Am I getting that confused with Juno? Isn't he in Little Miss Sunshine?
Juno.
Little
Said
Miss
that.
Sunshine is. He's not the grandpa. I can tell you that right now.
Nate, you are so loud.
Well done, Nate. No, dude, that's what we need. Yeah, no, you're doing great. He's not in Little Miss
He
Sunshine.
looks up something important for once,
But-
for one time, and you get mad at him. Come on.
Little Miss Sunshine is the one where a grandpa dies, but he teaches her the dirty dance to do with
There's
the.
a good chance I'm wrong about him being in that
Okay.
movie. I
Uh,
think I'm thinking of Juno. I was thinking of Juno.
What'd you know going into it, Marcus? Was it this was your not you were the only one who had seen The Accountant before
Yeah.
this?
I believe we watched it in
Jeffrey
theaters.
Tambor.
Okay,
By the way.
theaters shocked. Rem, what'd you know going into it? Just
That Marcus Mangus likes the movie.
This,
That is-
hey,
that
we
is
would
what I
be
know.
remiss if we didn't say that Dave from Colorado has been begging us to do this episode.
Okay.
For
There you
quite
go,
some
Dave.
time.
Yes.
Although I'm a little disappointed with some of our fans, mostly Drew from Cleveland, because suggest a book we do the book literally just
Doesn't
for
listen.
him.
Doesn't
Doesn't
listen.
only not listen, makes fun of me for saying that he should listen to one that he suggested.
He did end up listening to it.
Can we cancel fans? Does it work
can
in
do that.
reverse?
Yeah, I think so.
Drew,
You
until
can
further
fire-
notice,
You're canceled.
You're canceled.
You can fire customers.
Yeah.
I like it.
Fire
Yeah.
customers.
Customer is not always right.
Not to say I couldn't hire him again if he says nice things to me.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
I
I have the microphone.
I had no
Remington
idea.
is Donald Trump.
I had no idea about anything. I was completely caught off guard by the comedic timing of some things. Like it was perfect. Riley was like, we watched it.
I couldn't
Saturday
believe
night.
Riley was excited about this.
Well, because on Saturday during the day, I ran a meeting in the morning and I texted her. I'm like, hey, look up the account and tell me if you would want to watch it with me. She's like, yes. I'm like, all right, cool, awesome. With the body count within the first 30 seconds, I'm like,
yeah.
Are you sure this is a good? and I'm so. She's like, you're not gonna look up anything about it. I'm like, no, I'm going in completely dark.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did.
Yeah,
I was
me
so
too.
pleasantly surprised. I knew nothing. When I found out Ben Affleck, which by the way, you spell Affleck with 2 F's.
You're white, so you've been Affleck.
Role models, right?
Every time you say Ben Affleck, that's what I hear.
You white, you Ben Affleck.
And the rest of the line is, I am white.
I'm never gonna come up with.
I had
9
no
words.
idea he was in it. So then
You didn't know Ben
No?
Affleck was in the movie?
No idea. I did zero. I didn't know Anna Kendrick was in it. You might have mentioned that, but I didn't.
Oh, I did watch the trailer because I was like shocked that Anna Kendrick was in it. Because up until that point, it's a very eerie movie.
Yeah.
And she brings like a lightness to it that I was not expecting
She
for this
has
movie.
a way of being the character, but the Anna Kendrick we knew in other roles before at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So
I liked it. All right. 30-second synopsis. What is it? Marcus is at 7, 8, 9. You ready?
He's got it.
Did you read yours already? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can read it again.
No, it's fine.
I can slam
Christian Wolf.
Accountant.
By the way, this was written by Happy Evil Dude. How do we feel about that?
I mean, whatever.
IMDb is full
Well,
of
Way to
crazy
go.
I
characters.
think that's
Happy
very
evil dude.
biblical, actually.
Happy Evil Dude.
Yeah.
I would
We're
either
all
compliment
evil
him.
men and
I would
women.
compliment him if I was listening, but I
We're
was trying
evil
to come
men
up
and
with
women
we're
who
happy.
happen to do happy things once in a while.
Brett,
Not
you're
the
just
other way
that's a
around.
stretch.
Oh, well.
Jeffrey Tambor is in this, by the way. Is he always in prison?
Yes.
Like, does he know how to play any other role?
Marcus, I'm gonna hit him with some slam poetry because you look
Oh,
like you
I
are.
got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's
all
got to
right.
get it out quick.
Accountant takes on legit client. However, bodies stack up.
That's awesome.
I'll never not be entertained by Brett's fandom of your 9 words.
Wait. Here's how you know I'm really a fan. Gotta
Trigger
get
warning.
I think that's your first 2-sentencer. And then also quotations, which you had.
There
to-
was a comma.
he had
There
to
was a-
use,
dude,
he
there was a
used
comma.
He used his quotation air quotes,
While
which threw him
counting,
off with because he's
it
always
threw
counting on.
me off.
Oh man, we're all fans of each
Well
other.
delivered.
All right, slam poetry. Here we go.
Gosh, this is good.
Dude, I haven't even done it yet.
I'm drinking. By the way, oh my goodness, I'm
was quick.
drinking
That was quick.
Taxman.
That was
I'm
quick.
drinking
That was quick.
Taxman Brewing.
That's quick. That's what she said. How do you know? How do you know? You'll know.
What are we drinking tonight?
Oh, how do you know? Oh, you'll know.
Oh nope, didn't know.
No, didn't know.
Have you guys seen the newest? I don't know if it's newest. I think it's the newest Jennifer Lawrence movie on Netflix. It's completely. Don't watch it. But it's got a. Never mind. All right.
Wait,
what are we
did
drinking?
you tell him what
tonight?
you're drinking?
Okay, I'm drinking the from Taxman Brewing Company.
Nice.
Fantastic
Local,
brewery.
indie.
I've
Local.
tried to eat there multiple times.
Is their first one in Fortville? Is that the
Yes.
first one? And then they have one downtown.
Yeah, one downtown.
Amazing homemade chips, by the way.
Great place to go before a Pacers game.
I've tried to
Yeah.
eat there twice.
2 packs.
Struck out.
Did you try to eat there before a Pacers game?
this.
That's why.
I'm drinking.
If you want to get a seat, go to Commission Row because the prices
Commission-
are incredibly high and no one can afford it.
Yeah, they're
so you
very
just go
high.
there first.
Yeah, the CPA is what I'm drinking.
Nice.
CPA.
That's
from
good.
Taxman
Too perfect.
Brewing.
Too perfect.
I'm drinking High Noon because it's great. Rem's
Check
rolling
your heart, Brett.
Rem's rolling with Fresca tonight.
Dude, every night. I'm
And
pretty sure it's better for you than
Fresca's
water.
delicious.
Yeah.
Nate's crushing his new health span plan.
Oh, nice.
He's on some
bubbly. He's got some
sparkling
bubbles
water.
in there. I like it.
That's good.
You and me, we do bubbles. I'm pretty sure I'm 1% Fresca. Yeah. I've drank that
Might
much.
be
It's
true.
just like running through my veins.
Yeah.
All right, we've stalled enough for you, Poetry Boy.
Okay.
I like your
Slam
hat.
poetry.
Is that a Mickey Mouse deuce?
It is
Okay.
from
Nice.
Walt Disney World.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's legit and $70. Sweet.
I bet Happy Evil Man has that same hat.
That sounds right. The most successful movie magic we have ever experienced on the show.
Oh, that is so true.
Ben Affleck actually looks cool. That's the movie magic. Body count, high. Types of deaths, awesome. Necks broken, many. Is JK Simmons the ultimate alpha? Went from worst dad to the best dad real quick.
Dad?
Oh, you don't listen to screamo heavy metal music with a strobe light while you punish yourself with a club to the shin? Weird. The coolest RV you've ever seen.
Punish yourself.
Why is the guy from Third Rock here? I can't believe I found a good Ben Affleck movie. Cheers.
John Lithgow?
Yeah, he's Third Rock from the Sun guy
Oh.
forever. Yeah.
You haven't seen enough
Dexter.
Ben Affleck movies.
He's in Dexter.
He is one of the.
Oh,
he's the
he
Trinity
is-
killer, and that's probably the most epic role I've ever seen him in.
He's incredible in that role.
He'd be is he a serial killer?
Yeah.
He's a serial
He'd
killer.
be a great serial killer.
But he's a
It's-
serial killer.
You don't know he's a serial killer until like the very end of episode 1. He's like the season-long serial killer.
He's
I know how that sounds.
he's like
I know how that
he's
sounds.
like a
I expected
missionary.
it to be like
But
season
he's a
four.
serial
Well, to
killer.
me, it felt like it was like at like the 3rd episode, like because the entire episode, like
Yeah.
you have no idea he's a serial killer.
Yeah. Oh man, that season is probably
That's probably the best.
that's
one.
the best season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
something that just I don't know how I feel about it now. I don't know if it baffled me, but movies that are 3 hours feel so long. But we will crush a season.
We've talked about
9
this.
Have we talked about it on the show?
And yeah,
I would feel so
Marcus
gross.
Marcus had a really good take on that
I would
because it
feel
was
so
like
gross pausing a movie.
well because you have to have finality in the movie, and in order to do that you have to commit. But with episodes, you can have finality and digest more. It's like eating little pieces of candy. You get the satisfaction immediately. You want more, so you keep going. Whereas you have to have delayed gratification for the movie. Isn't this your take? Wasn't this your take, Mangus?
Yes.
Are you reading a beer can right now?
This might be the most drinkable 8.5% I've ever had in my life.
Anyway, that's what his point was, and he was right.
Unbelievable.
I'm giving you flowers over here. I do this once every 3 episodes.
I know. I'm pretty impressed.
Okay, with my flowers or
Yes.
with yourself?
With your flowers for me.
Okay.
You're not
Sounds
canceled.
good. You can't cancel me. You're in the Facebook group though, so I guess
can't
you
even
can.
mute
He's
him.
in the Facebook group
Can't
to
even
cancel
mute him.
Remington,
He leads the Fishers,
along with Fisher's housewife.
he leads the Fishers chapter. Actually, he's the official spokesman. What made us stop and think?
Hey, did you look up that Jeff Bridges thing? Is that actually happening? We didn't have a
Oh,
producer
I didn't
for
look
that.
it up.
All right, have Nate look that
Nate,
up.
look it up. Jeff Bridges,
Jeff
is
Bridges
apparently
knew-
doing a movie called The Old
The
Man.
Old Man. We want to know if it's
And we
about
want to know if
the
it's about
the KKK.
Fever in the Heartland.
All right, proceed, Deuce Man,
What made you think?
Deuce Boy.
What made you stop and think? Well, for me, it was Ben Affleck movie that I actually enjoyed. I'm so I feel like every
Have you not seen The Town?
so I have seen what's the book they made it into a movie. She tries to put the bottle in the weird place.
Oh, Gone Girl.
Gone Girl.
It's not a weird place.
So
It's a weird place for a bottle.
If you're
I
gonna
see
put a
what you
bottle
said.
somewhere.
so that movie was good, and he's a main character.
Yeah,
But I've never
Did he direct? He directed that too.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie where he's one of the main characters that I liked him.
But
in.
so have you seen The Town though?
No.
The Town
Oh,
is good.
The
You would
Town
like The
is
Town.
really
The
good.
Town is really good. The Town is good from start to finish. Directed well.
Is it
acted.
good because of him? In spite of him,
He's the main character and he
fantastic,
does well.
yeah.
He does well.
He's
he
also
gets a bad
really
rep
good in
because he
Argo.
did. Guys, he gets a bet, and that was his Oscar.
Yeah.
He gets a. Wait, did he get an Oscar or Clooney got an Oscar? Oh,
I
picture
think he
got it.
directed
The picture
it.
got an
The
Oscar.
picture won Best Picture, yeah.
He gets a bad rap because he had stinkers. Matt Damon, and everyone compares him to Matt Damon because Damon immediately took off.
Well, they both showed up together.
They showed up together at
They're
Good Will
friends,
Hunting. They
yeah.
wrote it and came on the scene at the same time. Damon took off and Ben kind of had, and then I think he has drama with J-Lo and like,
Yep.
so he just has, I'm telling you, people decide if they like a person and then they just spend the rest of their life supporting that decision that they made. And if you watch some of this stuff, it actually is really good. And some of his more recent stuff I really like.
I agree.
All right, top 9. Ben Affleck, go.
I did write down. I
I'll read
did
them
write
off.
this down though. Do you think that Matt Damon was like, bro,
Damon.
you need to do a Bourne movie, and this is what he came up with?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe he got jealous of all the movies
Because I
that.
feel like they're still boys.
Because
right?
by the
They're still
way,
rooting for each other.
Accountant 2 just came out. Saw that in theaters. They're definitely going to do another one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
They left it open or something.
Open enough. I would be surprised because I'm sure it's going to do well.
So he has won 2 Oscars: Best Motion Picture, see right, because he was directing,
Well,
and then
Good Will Hunting.
and then Best Writing for Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
love that
Good Will
movie.
Hunting is
Have we
so
done
good.
that?
No, we haven't.
See, we need to.
That
do
movie is so good.
Nate, don't we have an open slot right now?
Ooh, Good Will Hunting for sure.
We have an open slot in the
Yeah, because we had
master.
Happy in there twice.
Maybe. Yeah,
Batman. He wasn't a great Batman compared to the other Batman.
So he got
like,
so here's what happened. He got very popular because of Good Will Hunting. He got a couple roles he probably maybe wasn't perfect or ready for, but they wanted him in it to sell tickets, and it just didn't go well. And
yeah,
then
I mean
that's-
Daredevil was.
he's Daredevil.
Yeah, not great. Not great. That's a stinker that will always
Is
come
Daredevil
back
the
to.
one where he can see them because of the rain and how it's
Yes.
falling?
Yeah, but again, like
Dude,
you
the
could.
series
Who would have
Daredevil,
thought?
though?
Who would have thought?
Fantastic.
Who would have thought Ant-Man would have been good? Like who would have
Love
thought it would
Ant-Man.
have been good? Because you're thinking the same goofiness that Daredevil is like Ant-Man, but it was just the wrong people doing it.
Dude, have you guys ever watched the series Daredevil that they're now revamping again?
No.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
what Daredevil is Marvel, DC?
It's Marvel.
Okay.
I think if you have Disney Plus unlocked enough, you can watch it. But it came out first on Netflix. Netflix did a series of very dark Marvel movies, including The Punisher with Jon
Grisham.
No, Jon Bernthal. Or well, how do you say his last name? This guy that's in this movie.
Oh,
Jon Bernthal.
the guy from
or
The
whatever.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's in The Punisher.
Bernthal.
Like
menthol, but
he's
Bernthal.
really, really good in the Punisher role.
I swore off Marvel series because they made so many of them.
No, this was before they started doing.
But
that.
now you're like in a lull and you don't want to watch.
This
and you
was
should go back.
before they
What are you
started
watching
doing
right
that.
now?
Not doing
But I will warn you that there's
NBA
lots of
playoffs.
language and blood squirts and Daredevil. It's very dark.
Warn me,
But
or
you can't
excite
see them
me?
because they're all
I'm warning.
blind.
I'm warning the listeners.
The listeners. Okay.
Oh, the listeners aren't
The
blind.
listeners.
The Daredevil's blind.
Daredevil is blind. He can speak just fine. Though.
You know who else was blind? What else made you stop and think?
Oh,
Dude, no chance.
she'll never tell you though.
How real? All of us that are 1099s or have been 1099s. How real is the tax deduction scene?
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's my note on there.
So good.
I said none of this was revolutionary for an entrepreneur. We write off everything.
So good. he's just like looking at him like up. Like
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. I used my
how many-
whole house for this.
how many square feet?
Yeah, exactly.
How many?
Exactly.
And he has to like he's like, honey, no, what do you?
Yeah, yeah.
How it's
I couldn't tell what.
200
I think that's a good
300.
scene because to start the scene, you couldn't tell whose side he was on.
Right,
At first, I was
right.
like, "Wait, is he with the IRS?" And then I remembered it's the accountant, and I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And then, yeah, that whole scene was really good. I
would pay him to do my taxes.
I mean, the dude's.
I mean,
a
he could
stud.
save your life someday because of it.
Yeah.
I was disappointed in a couple things in the movie. I was disappointed that he doesn't have a consistent character throughout the entire thing. It feels like in the last 30 minutes, he starts smiling. He's like happy and normal to talk to, whereas like the first part of the movie, like these scenes
That's
where
the Anna Kendrick effect, man.
well, but that's not
She's
consistent.
Love.
It's not even but he doesn't do that in the Anna Kendrick scene when they're in the hotel. Like that's when he would show it.
Yeah.
So that was one thing, and then I felt like the twist, which was him. I assume you told me there was going to be a twist. I assume you were talking about the fact that it was his brother.
Yep.
So it was predictable, but not in a way where like they really told you what the other brother was up to. The whole time.
I was curious if you guys. I can't remember if I was surprised by that or not.
No, I told her halfway through. I was like, "That's got to be his brother."
I think that's like. I think you're supposed to know. That it's his brother, but they don't tell you until the end.
Yeah.
So
right,
the payoff
which is good.
The payoff is like, hey, that's got to be his brother, right? Like they're telling these stories concurrently.
So you're telling me the fact that I knew that 30 minutes in wasn't me?
Stud.
No, I think
Mr.
the movie's
Deuceboy.
trying to tell you.
Correct.
That.
That's I was bragging to Rem about it. So
No, I think
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they still want you to be kind of like surprised and like relieved that it is him at the end. You're supposed to feel something.
Yeah, and then you're like, why are they?
Otherwise they
why
would
does
just
the
tell
brother
you.
exist?
I
Why
think
is he there?
that movies that do that and follow that are in a lot of ways easier to watch, right? Because
that tell you that it's his brother. There's no guessing.
Yeah, well, they didn't know. I'm saying they don't tell you that it's the brother, but you know.
Yes,
like
I get what you're saying. I applaud that effort.
The payoff is there for you as the viewer because you're like, I told you.
I apply exactly. Like you want to predict it.
It
And
would
that's
have
what they
been
said.
like-
That's what they said about Ocean's 11. He's like, I want a watchable movie where there's predictable wins and you know what's coming and you get excited.
Would have
You're
been.
guessing and
It
you're
would
right.
have been like if in Gladiator 2 we found out that Lucius.
It would have
was
been
really
by the way,
Commodus's
Gladiator
son.
2 tanked at the box office. Horrible. They missed.
I'm sure it was because they
Did you guys
they got
watch
the
that
wrong
yet?
They were
father.
scared. They were scared to swing. Struck out looking. It was based on how it was a conversation.
Listen.
It was a conversation.
So this
They literally
movie,
have the conversation in the movie.
I think it's worth noting that The Accountant, which is the movie we're doing right now,
Oh,
is
Thanks, Rem.
it had mixed reviews. It was rotten, and it started growing. Like the ratings actually got better over time. You'll see this sometimes with movies.
Was it
like
Ben Affleck hate?
I think
critically,
there's a lot
I
of,
bet it's not.
It's not
super.
It's
high.
critically, it's not acclaimed. Ben Affleck hate, but I think what happens is people watch it again and they're like, "That was entertaining," and then they give it a higher rating. Or people who go into it thinking it's going to be terrible, but let's watch it anyway. Are like, this isn't that
I'm
bad.
so glad I didn't know that because I loved it. I loved
Yeah.
it. So the old couple that they're doing the text for,
This is the coolest scene in the movie.
we talked about the beginning of their relationship. The last scene they're together when he kills the guy and just waves at them.
Yeah.
If you were on set for that, you have to laugh.
Oh,
like
yeah.
watching him get
Oh,
up
yeah.
and just wave goodbye.
So it's a scene where he's like, 4 football fields away, shooting a sniper.
He is a mile. Yeah,
He's a mile away.
that's what the
he said he's
farmer
but
says.
that was the first time he was at the house. This is the second time he's at the
You
house
can't
shooting.
see someone a mile
No, this
away.
is the same
What?
time.
No, it's not.
She can see him.
No, it's not. He shoots it a mile away and the guy's like blown away. He leaves. He comes back
This
and
is the
he's
second
drawn.
time.
It's the second time
Oh,
he's at
okay.
the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Rem is the that was the truth right there.
It's all it
consistency.
No, I wasn't saying that because of Rem.
Yeah,
Of course you
it's
were.
The second
We all were.
person.
I'm still not even sure you're actually right.
So we've been screening this in the background as we always do. By the way, this is the first movie I've screened in the podcast studio since like we usually watch in bed and I have to watch it over 2 nights. The stage of life that I'm in with a 9-month-old is like I'm lucky to get through it.
Yeah.
But we screened it in here and it was really cool. Like this is the kind of movie you want loudspeakers
You
on.
do,
And
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Suspense.
It's a great theater movie.
Yeah.
for sure.
I loved how they set up his good day versus bad day. So I'm sure you guys noticed this. They make it obvious. But when they time up him perfectly timing pulling into the garage the first time with the truck and then perfectly fitting the truck, 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 spoon.
Yeah.
You notice right away you're like, all right,
What's up with him?
what's going on? What do I need to know? And then on his rough day, him getting find out he can't finish the job. He doesn't pull in right, all that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When
I
he gets
noticed
home,
he's pissed off and disheveled, but I didn't notice that he wasn't like pulling in
He has to
right.
slow down.
The garage comes down and hits his truck.
Oh, I
his
missed
truck.
that.
And then that's when he puts on the lights for longer.
Yeah, the longer and the music's
and he
off, but the lights are
breaks
still going.
I mean, no chance. You want to talk about movie magic?
Breaking
no
over your shin.
chance can you break that big of a rod over your shin.
Well, here's what I'll say. What he's doing, I don't know why he's doing that particular thing.
I can tell you why.
Well,
hold on, let me guess
about,
before you say. Okay, you go
well,
first.
I'm going to tell you this is what we did in Muay Thai to deaden the nerves so that you could kick with your shins.
Yeah.
So it's like it's actually a fighting technique.
So I think while that's true, which I've heard that as
but
well.
I don't know why he's doing it.
I think he's getting his sensory in for the day, like his overstimulation.
But why is he doing that on his shins?
No. So
Good.
if you watch when he goes to the Neuroscience Institute, I can't remember what it's called, the first time.
Yeah.
He as a kid.
Yeah.
He's putting the puzzle together.
As a kid.
Yep.
Which, by the way, that puzzle is awesome. I love that they did that because they did the puzzle upside down.
So good.
That's so smart. Like you see him complete the puzzle, but it's upside down, and all he did was the shapes.
And
it's
that's
like
the first time when you see he can't find the puzzle piece.
Right.
And he's freaking out.
Right.
And then the girl who ends up being our girl.
Yeah.
She gives him the puzzle piece. Really neat. But in that, the dad argues with the doctor. Right, because the doctor's like, let's treat him like normal, not give him the things that are gonna stimulate him. And the dad says, well, no, if that's the world isn't gonna be that way. Mm-hmm. So if flashing lights and loud song noises and stuff like that are gonna mess with him, he needs more of it, not less.
Right.
And so it was his dad's
but specifically
therapy.
the shin stuff. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, the shin stuff probably is from Muay Thai.
Okay.
But the lights and the music and stuff, and then the shin stuff, I'm guessing the pain itself is what like helps him get through that 10 minutes or
because you're right. When he
25
snaps
minutes
that, like even adrenaline would still hurt, but his like Thai fighters will have no nerves in their shins. They'll kick small trees and have branches and smack their legs.
His dad was an interesting character because the first time you get introduced to him, I assume when he gets up and he doesn't want anything to do with it, my first assumption was, oh, he's just mad that he's got a kid who's like this. And then you start hearing him.
By like this, we mean autistic.
Yes, correct.
We do find out that he's got autism.
Yes.
And a high functioning form of it.
Well, as the audience, do you feel like he's in that first scene, like we're supposed to not like the dad?
That's how I felt.
Me too.
I was like, oh, dude, the mom is like trying to get him help or whatever.
Right.
And then he starts to explain it, and I'm like, all right, like I'm buying in. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, I think when his dad goes back in and holds the son.
Yes, that's when you're like, the mom gave up. The dad actually is.
What was
in
the
with
assumption
his
you
kid.
made when the mom and the dad were standing by the taxi? Because I'll tell you the assumption I made was the dad messed up and the mom has to leave to be safe. Was my first thought.
Yes.
And then I'm like, oh,
I think
totally
they did a good job.
They
I
did a
think
great job.
I think all those things we're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
And I think in the Science Institute, where most movies would have gone, is the dad got out of the picture and he got the help he needed from the Institute, became an awesome, savant. But it took the completely different route. The mom gave up. The dad, who was supposed to be a hard knock, like, you got to give him more of this stuff. Because honestly, the way he was doing his speech didn't sound polished. It was like, you're just kind of gruff, man. Like, he needs a little bit of coddling. Like,
what's
calm
interesting,
down.
though, so you would be led to believe he didn't. Did he go to the Institute then? Did he actually spend time there?
Well, so that's what I don't.
He gives money to that.
That's what I don't know, because the girl that speaks to him through the little coder.
So maybe
he spent time with her.
He's giving,
So he definitely
It sounded like he goes there for summer for a camp.
But it sounded like the doctor at the end of the movie must have honored what the dad wanted and not doing his own treatment. I don't know if that's true, by the way. Like, it's just interesting.
It doesn't really tell you.
That final scene, who's touring that? Who's that supposed to be?
Just
a new person?
Yeah.
He definitely spent time at that facility.
Yeah, because that's how he got the girl.
Yeah.
I did predict that right, by the way.
Oh, Dude.
Oh, it's all coming together.
You guys are going to laugh so hard
You
at me.
didn't know?
She's the voice. It's a computer voice. She's the one. That's why you said that's why we got the girl. Dude.
You're just
Riley's
figuring this out right
yeah.
now?
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Right. I mean, to know my rating without knowing that, you guys are gonna be like, "What? I want to know. You need to write in if you watched the movie and you didn't realize that girl was his assistant helping him with everything.
They show you. They tell you
At the very end. Well, they show her speaking.
They show her speaking through it. I didn't
Speaking spell.
I didn't.
That is basically what it is. A
I
speaking
mean,
spell.
she's nonverbal. She's autistic and nonverbal, but brilliant.
Correct.
And so she's using the
Got
machine.
it. Nope. 100%. Didn't match
It
up
is
the
an
voices.
interesting. It is an interesting plot though. Like it's for the first half of the movie. Even if you're like going in thinking it's gonna be not great because everyone else hated on it, like Nickelback. You go into it, and
Dude,
you
have you listened to them lately?
Dude, that's how it was when I
Amazing.
went and saw.
They're putting out new music.
No, man. I went back and listened to all their greatest stuff.
The way you said that,
They're so awesome.
listen to them.
Nickelback, and who else would be made fun of in that same era?
Oh man, they were hated on. Creed was hated
Creed,
on.
dude. Nickelback.
Creed is making a
I added a
huge comeback.
bunch of their stuff.
Creed. Can you take me higher?
And the thing I was gonna say is
That dude's a Christian now.
when
by
I
the way.
saw this, when I saw Dumb and Dumberer,
I might,
telling-
be,
I'm
wrong.
telling-
I might be wrong about
I'm
that.
I'm telling Riley the good news. You guys
the
keep going.
YouTube guy, right? Is he the Christian?
The Creed guy?
Creed. Oh no, Creed. You're right. Creed is.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought I heard that.
I believe you're right.
You know who's got a
In
similar
Christian circles,
voice?
we always knew who the Christian singer was.
That's true. You can smell the farts out.
Anyway,
Listen.
let's get to something else that made you think. I wrote down numbers and spreadsheets, like what that guy has to do with 15 years worth of books.
Yeah.
For that in one night. That's my literal hell.
Do you? Let me ask you this. I get that. Do you like having the spreadsheets though? Like if you had to look something up.
I like being presented with the spreadsheets,
But do you
and
like
being
order?
able to answer good questions and things? Yes,
But do you like to look and see like progress reports of like cash flows going up and stuff? Or
I
no?
do, but I don't like to do it.
I love it.
I don't like to do the spreadsheets.
I'm like Kevin Malone. If you put a $sign, I'm way better at math.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, for me,
Doing it, you hate it. Do you
I
like
hate
it, Brett?
the minutia.
I've spent hours making spreadsheets. Awesome.
Are they always numbers or just like words? Like
Everything.
Yeah.
I've even at times used a spreadsheet instead of a doc because
yeah, same. Do you guys have color schemes? Like
Oh, yeah.
the same color scheme for everything you do?
pretty consistent.
So mine is yellow if I'm starting to work on it, orange if it's getting close, green if it's done, red if it's done.
Green is always done.
Yeah, green is
Green
universal.
is done. Red, if it has anything to do with
I'm
leads,
about to
red
cancel
is
you both
dead.
right now. Like, I'm getting anxiety thinking about all
Okay,
this.
hold on, time out. Give me your if it was a fresh lead
Yeah.
to scheduled.
Okay.
What would your color phasing be?
So fresh lead is white. Like I haven't
yep,
done
yep,
anything with
white,
it. I've got
yep.
a column that says action, and then I'll put left message, called, whatever.
Yep.
If I have any interaction with them and it's not dead, it's immediately yellow. What's it for you?
Blue. Light blue. Yellow
I
is
don't even have a blue.
Yellow is I called
Blue would freak me out.
Yellow is I called in text. Light blue.
Light blue?
Light blue because you can still see the text.
Ooh.
Yellow is called
I'm
no
so
response
upset
yet.
that I brought this up.
he doesn't even like talking about spreadsheets.
I like getting spreadsheets and interpreting them.
I'm
do
gonna send
not
you. This
like-
is why it took you so long to do this stupid top 9 for the
I
movies.
hate it so much.
But it's lists. Don't you love lists?
No.
Do you love lists? I love checklists.
Checklist. Yeah, sure. I thought you.
I
meant
literally manage my to-dos via unread emails.
Let's send. Do you have an assistant that I can send this to?
No, but I should get
We
one.
need to get you an assistant.
I agree.
All right, tell me what
I'm
this
getting
note.
close.
Tell me what this note says. Did the old lady hire him?
Yes, the one that walks into the room and you think it's actually John Lithgow, but it's actually her that hired him, and you're like, who is she?
Yes. So that's his wife, and she smells something fishy.
Yeah, and then she dies.
She does. Takes a bullet to the head.
Probably 2 in the chest because he does it in 3s. It wasn't him. Sorry.
He
didn't kill her. He didn't kill her.
Cleanest.
His brother did that.
That's a fun fact, though. He kills in like the 3s is like a common theme.
Yeah.
If you saw, like, that's how we got him figured out.
That's how that's how a professional kills.
Right. 2 in the chest, 1 in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Then you're dead.
At least all the professionals I've hired.
The brother's opening scene in the car in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
He nails it. That's my note.
Oh, it's good.
Dude, isn't
That's
that so
my note.
good? He's like, you let me hit you in the same spot again.
He's like, I don't need this, and he throws it on the dashboard.
Puts the gun on
I don't
the
even know I have
dashboard.
this. That's pretty awesome. When you know you're the guy, that's pretty awesome. It's hard to argue.
It's like when Hayford's trying to guard me in basketball.
Shots fired.
I know he listens.
2 in the chest, 1 in the.
No, when you know you got him. When you know you got him.
Oh, got it.
No, that's guarding Jim. 2 in the chest. Just
Jim's little chicken wing can
guys,
take
I haven't
50
played.
feet.
I haven't played organized basketball in 5 years. Isn't that crazy to say? Since I broke my wrist,
I haven't played organized basketball. I mean, I've been playing some pickup, but
I haven't even played pickup.
He'd be counting that in organized.
Oh.
That's true.
He means like he's
I've
shot.
shot baskets. I just got a new Gorilla goal. I'm officially a
Welcome
Indiana
to the club,
Congrats, man.
homeowner.
Nice.
So exciting.
Yeah,
took me
living
15 years.
in Carmel with that basketball hoop, they were starting to freak out.
Yeah.
Your neighbors were like, "Is he gonna
My
move in?"
kids are under 7.
What
and
a
girls.
loser.
Like,
Yeah, Caitlin Clark plays in this state.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Favorite kill.
I like Caitlin
Favorite kill.
All right, this is going to be hard for me because
Oh, dude, no. There's one very awesome.
I know, but I
best
also
kill.
just watched The Accountant 2,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
going to
you
get
talking
them
about the fight with the
confused.
belt?
Well, no, that was cool.
That's a cool
Okay,
fight.
I think the grenade kill is the best.
Yes,
kill.
where he puts it in his
Yeah.
vest and holds him as close as
So
he
how
can.
does he not die? He has a bulletproof
because
vest.
it's a bulletproof vest.
movie magic?
Movie
but,
magic.
but
I mean, that would have
but-
blown his head
the
off.
fact
But-
that you could justify
but
it
awesome.
somehow is
You
enough.
don't think the shooting of the sniper through the window, knowing where the guy's going to be, where his brother is predicting that the sniper shot's about to go off?
Oh, that was pretty
That's
good.
Oh, that was
amazing.
could.
That is
But the
coolest.
grenade
It was
kill
a
was the best
grenade
one.
inside of a bulletproof vest,
He
holding you
shoved
as
it
tight
in
as
there
possible.
and then held him against
They
him.
do that in Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, they do
and
not.
that was the
Yes, he does.
greatest kill in that one as well.
Yes, he does.
You can't kill a dead pirate.
Yeah, he's bones, and then he puts a grenade in him, and he shoves him back, and then he's got flesh, and it blows up.
No, this is different. Though.
I'm aware.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a cool one though. Dark to light. Yes.
What was the best kill in Pirates of the Caribbean?
that one?
He doesn't even kill him.
Yeah, he comes back. He does kill him.
How do you
He
kill
just comes
somebody that's
back.
not dead?
So your favorite kill was
Or
through the
that's-
window.
that can't die.
The brother calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat.
That was good. That was a good one. The other good one is when he does kill John Lithgow, because he's just sitting there and she's like,
I feel like
just goodbye.
I feel like this is a dangerous conversation because of our last 2 episodes. We can't really go into every single episode and the best kills.
Wow.
because especially like in different stars above,
Holy
like,
cow,
where they start
dude.
eating people. What was the favorite kill?
Top 9 kills from the cover episode.
I'm gonna turn left.
Wow,
man.
what's in that fresco? Holy cow.
All right,
It's a dangerous conversation.
Tell me. Okay, so two parts that user error. I'm
In these kind of movies, you're supposed to have a favorite kill.
For sure.
I'm
you don't
ta-
have to tell me.
Oh, there was definitely a workshop around what are all the ways we can kill someone that happened with this movie. The video of him walking up and stabbing the
Yeah,
dude with the
that's
pen was
awesome.
a really cool one.
the
Also-
best pin kill.
Yes.
That was.
There's 2 other ones that come to mind.
There's another really good kill in
Jason
this.
Bourne. Jason Bourne kills a dude with a pen.
Yes, he does.
What's the movie
And
where
so does-
someone?
and
then
what's
Joker.
the movie where someone's
pencil.
Where someone's,
Oh, that's a pencil. That's Dark Knight.
What's the movie where someone's choking and this girl remembers reading an article about stabbing them in the trachea with a pen to help them breathe.
Yeah, it's the flight. It's in the air. Like it's not Panic Room, but it's the
called
other one.
Flight, right?
No, it's got red eye.
She almost kills him.
Yeah. Well, no, he lives because he breathes. I've always remembered that when I'm choking. By the way, I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Listen, that happens all the time.
No, you start choking and you throw a pin in your trachea.
No, I've just seen it happen a lot.
I need help.
Have you?
I need help.
Yeah.
User
I've
error.
watched a lot
Dude,
of MASH.
and Rambo, he rips the guy's trachea out.
Oh, he does. Other good kill though that I wrote down. The belt.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm like the belt.
That was my favorite fight scene.
That fight scene was awesome.
He's like, I don't need a knife. Give me this belt.
He takes his belt off. He's like,
Yes.
oh,
But it's cool
so
because you recount when it happened to him.
Yeah.
In the earlier fight scenes.
Yeah.
When he was a boy.
I really like his dad the more I think about it.
Dude, yeah, ish. How'd
Listen,
you feel
I
about
love his character.
when he made his boys go fight those kids?
That was night one, falling asleep. Probably didn't get the whole picture of.
So we
Okay.
didn't have the whole background either. We didn't know everything.
Basically, the
that
kids
was-
were making fun of him.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. This is an interesting discussion. What do you do with bullies? You know, turn the other cheek. Do you stand up for yourself? Like, I don't know that in this moment I have. We on this show we had a show. We talked about a kid standing up for his sister, and he fought, and the principal suspended him, and his dad said, "Good job standing up for your sister, but also you need to serve the suspension."
Yeah.
because good decisions come with consequences.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer, but Remy, there's going to come a time where I'm going to have to explain to Remy when the time to fight and the time not to fight is. And I don't know that it's black and white when it comes to bullies. Like I don't know about that scene is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Where are you guys
Do
at?
you ever throw the first punch? Is there ever a time where is it always if it's in defense, that's okay?
I think sometimes that's an unfair question because sometimes throwing the first punch is your best defense. Do you know what I mean?
Well, sure. Somebody
a
is
bully.
holding a gun up and you have to do
I think
something
we're
to stop
splitting
them.
hairs when it comes to like throwing the first punch. I'm more so saying like being in the position to actually stand up for yourself versus walking away or taking a hit.
It's tough for Remington to throw the first punch because he might break his wrist.
That's true. It happens.
It does happen.
pretty consistently.
I think it's more of where is it coming from. If it's coming from an ego, I think you teaching them like, is it coming from ego? Is it coming? What's the place that this desire to do this?
What
is
was his
coming from?
dad's?
think-
I was falling asleep. Full disclosure. So what does his dad say? And we'll dissect that.
So his dad says,
I will stand by saying I don't think we have enough actual context
For this scene?
for us to know whether it
I
was.
think I wrote it
Well,
down.
I'll tell you this much: there's no reason for them
Okay.
to go and
Okay.
do it right then.
The dad says one of the oldest choices in the book is choosing to be a victim or not to. The next is family. Are you with them through thick and thin or not? And
So it
I'm
was two
paraphrasing
lessons.
slightly.
So,
But there's lessons for both of them. There's lessons for Christian, right?
who's the lead character? Who's Ben Affleck?
The oldest son, but also has autism. And he is supposed to go and confront the bullies because either he's the victim or he's not. And that's the lesson that he's teaching him.
Now, what I would disagree with there is,
And
that's
he
basically saying,
literally tells the kid, he's like, chances are that at least 80% of them are right-handed. So you go and break their right wrists and they're not going to be able to take you because he's sending them over there against like 5 other kids that are his age, like expecting his son to take them out.
I think teaching him that if you don't go fight, you are the victim. That's incorrect.
I agree.
So I think if you're saying here's your 2 options, I'm okay with either, but you're either going to be the victim or this, and if you don't, you are the victim. That's not true.
Were the kids bullying another kid?
They were
No,
bullying him
these guys.
for being
So
autistic.
they're just hanging out and they're bullying
That's-
him.
by
and
the
now
way,
he's-
They were
You're-
bullying him at school.
Yeah.
And they took his glasses and that kind of thing.
We know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
You were
we
falling
knew
asleep
that.
too?
No, man.
Guys, I've seen this movie more than you have.
That's true. At least 100% more than we have.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Wow. 300 to 400% more. To answer your question, Rem, I don't
talk about numbers. He hates spreadsheets.
I think it's so.
I hate them.
I know it's a cop out, but it's situational.
So, but what you're saying is there is a situation in which you get in a fight and you have to be okay with consequences because you're defending yourself.
Yes.
Or defending someone else.
Okay.
And and the defending yourself matters slightly too, because like there's plenty of people who I've made angry over the years, but I'm okay with walking away because I don't really care if they quote unquote win in that scenario. Like I don't want to get in a fight.
Have you guys ever been in a fight that you felt justified to be in the fight?
Like an actual,
or even
like,
a skirmish, even
fight?
like a 1-2 shove kind of thing.
I've held back someone, told somebody to leave somewhere before, and used force to do it and felt justified. But we weren't the ones. They were the one about to fight, and
You've never been in a fight?
I've been in a fight, but I've never felt justified.
Oh. Okay, we should have started there.
I've never really been in like a fight, unless you count Chris.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's a great fight.
Yeah.
Should have filmed it.
That would
Some
be even
weird
worse.
noises coming out of that
That
fight.
would be even worse. Or better, I guess.
So I need somebody to explain this to me because
You never fought Thomas?
Well, I won those fights. Those weren't really fights. He's like
Tell-
5 years younger than
Tell
me.
me the math
But
behind.
You guys are like in your 30s now.
Okay.
Have you fought him in your 30s?
Not in my 30s.
That would have paid to see that fight.
Not in my 30s, but were you there? No, Elliot was there.
At the fire?
No, we were
Camping.
camping.
I was
time. No, you weren't. Not for this one.
Well, I liked that one.
That was good. That was a good one. When he
We're
got
talking
will
about his
say-
brother. We're talking about his brother, by
he
the
got
way.
mad at you.
He does. Not,
I had a sister, and I wasn't allowed to fight.
He does not like to lose.
Yeah.
Thomas does not like losing.
That is true, and he does not like it when Remington brings up that he lost.
And he's grown a lot. But no, I was sitting in a chair, and it was one of those camping chairs where your feet are up.
Yeah.
And so I was not in a very good position to fight from. And
He just goes into attack mode.
I had his phone. I can't remember when I was like looking at a picture or something, and I was supposed to give it to somebody else, and I literally just toss it. Like the softest little toss onto a blanket. And Thomas freaks out. And starts punching me, and I am like I can't do anything.
I feel like I was there for this.
I don't think so. Elliot was definitely there. He was
man.
at Potato Creek, but I can't do anything at all. And then I'm getting up finally because the chair like fell over.
Are you
and
laughing?
No.
Oh, you're
I'm getting up and I'm ready to go. And my 2-ish-year-old Reed comes to the door in the camper, and it stops me from like going after.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, so that was the closest
There's
I
some
ever got to like
accountant-like
really fighting.
tendencies with Thomas.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh my gosh! That might be true. We've never.
Wait,
never
what is his
tested.
profession?
He's an engineer.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, never mind.
Lots of math.
You looked at me like you were gonna be like he's a CPA.
Well, it's. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, he's sitting there doing math all day.
Tell me the math behind when he has the realization in the hotel room with Anna Kendrick about them going public. I didn't follow that, and I didn't follow the conversation between JK Simmons and Melinda.
Dude, you know why?
Okay,
Because it
about-
was incomprehensible.
Was
going-
it?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's going public? What are you talking about?
The company going public, and the math.
Oh.
They're claiming losses, but then they're putting the money back into the company. And I lost that.
If for years you're losing money,
Yep.
but imperceptibly, so the company's still growing, but not growing as much as it should be, and then
You're physically losing money.
yeah, and then just before going public, you're pumping money back in. You're inflating the IPO.
Got it.
You're artificially inflating the IPO.
How do you pump it in, though, by the way? Fake investors? or
just
more
the way
money.
the way you would clean any money, honestly.
But
so,
for that company specifically, how do you pump cash in?
I mean, dude,
So if you have
I
to
freaking
fake,
hate spreadsheets.
you'd have to fake customers. Like at that point, you'd be straight up lying.
They are lying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's that
whole point.
conversation. And then JK Simmons and this girl Melinda, Medina, sorry.
So this is where
You're not sure what this is. What's up?
No,
with
no, no. The when they're in his old house with the one fork, one spoon,
Yep.
they're sitting on the couch.
Yep.
He's telling the
And
whole story.
he's telling the whole story.
Yep.
I got lost, man.
Everyone gets lost. This is
Okay.
why the movie got flack. Is because Act 1, whoa, this is cool. Maybe Ben Affleck did it. Act 2, we're gonna see a great Ben Affleck movie. Act 3, what the heck is going on?
So you guys, you're.
And I
okay.
agree with this assessment because it just does not. They're trying to fit so many things in, and the idea was really good. Like if they pulled it off, it was great. But I mean, there was a lot of flack on the director. Is it O'Connor?
It was a happy evil guy.
No, that's the guy that did the description.
Oh, jeez.
I guess I just followed it, so I don't really
no,
care.
Marcus, please.
Gavin O'Connor, he got a lot of flack for this. Like by the way, he's his best movie is Warrior.
Oh,
which you
Warrior
love.
is so good.
That is definitely cover worthy.
Oh yeah. I love that movie.
But like he's trying to be too, in my opinion, and a lot of critics' opinions, they're trying to fit everything in, kind of like this Crash, like the movie Crash brings all the storylines together.
Yep.
And I feel like they lose you. Either do it and do it well, but J.K. Simmons' character, and at the end, like she's giving this speech like it was a team effort. What did they do? They didn't.
No. Okay.
It was
this is where you're missing it.
It did lose me.
So J.K. Simmons towards the beginning is being heralded, and he goes up and he says, just good old fashioned police. I can't take credit for this.
Yeah.
It's a good old fashioned police work, which is a lie, because since whenever that was that he took down that other group that killed his buddy from prison,
Right.
He let JK live.
and he let JK live.
Yep.
Ever since then, that girl has been calling him and helping him arrest all of these criminals that the accountant's been helping.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he's been cooking their books, taking all their money, and then she's calling and giving him leads and giving him account numbers and everything in order to help him take those people down.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So he wants to retire, and he's trying to figure out who has a checkered enough past that won't be able to make it up to the highest echelon, but I can trust to take over this relationship. And he knows that if they find this house, that woman's going to call her, right? Because she heard their conversation.
How'd she hear
In
the
the house.
conversation?
Because everything's
The
bugged.
whole thing's bugged. She's like,
So she
you
hears
should
the
take your feet off
conversation.
the coffee table. She said something like that.
So she hears the conversation, and then she calls her, Medina, right?
So he wants her at that house the entire time to have that conversation. So.
Okay, so we're supposed to believe, and this girl is the autistic. She's also autistic,
Autistic, nonverbal, yeah.
nonverbal. So Ben Affleck calls her, gives her the whole lowdown. She sends him back information that she uses a computer because it's the most advanced computer, and so she's helping him with that.
She helps him the whole time.
helps
She
JK
is
Simmons.
his chat GPT. Yeah.
But you're saying she's also sending bad guys after he's done working with them.
So it's not
to JK
Correct.
Simmons.
They're
So-
doing it together.
Yeah.
They're taking bad people
all
down
of
together.
this, and this is where I'm like, everything you just said is awesome. They just lose you the way they do it. They lose you in like
It's a fair criticism. I just don't feel like I was ever lost. But I understand not everybody's as smart as me. I get it.
Glad you said something.
What does she take credit for at the end? Like what was the bust that they were saying she did at the end? Like what was the
Lithgow, his company.
Okay, but
That
see,
was the bust.
But even that was like unclear, like what she even did for that.
Yeah,
But she didn't do it. That was the whole point.
I know, but I'm saying like,
and you think that she's going to tell the truth, but
yes.
then she
and then she does it,
chooses
and JK
not
Simmons
to tell the truth.
gives it.
Yeah.
And that's why he kind of you see his.
That's the handoff.
It was just like so close for me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it was so
Could've been
close.
more
There was
simple.
some
Could've
confusing
been-
parts that confused it because
Yeah.
it was really cool.
Well, to hear that I was not the only one. However, can't believe I missed that she was the girl. That's pretty bad.
Might change things. That might change.
Might go
things.
from a 5 to a 6.
Yeah, can't believe I found a Ben Affleck movie that I loved though. That was great.
Okay, last thing that made me think. I
Yeah.
really loved that scene with them in the hotel. With
Anna Kendrick.
yeah, Anna Kendrick and Christian, because she is a little worried, and she's like, "Why are we here?" You know, he's like, "Well, I just thought it was nice." You know, you can tell that he likes her.
Yep.
He doesn't know what to do.
Wants to do
She's
something
kind of
nice
like
for her.
ready but unsure herself, and nothing ever happens. And I really love that tension, and I love that they kept it there. And obviously an intentional decision. Like the easy thing is for them to like really like go for it.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
and they don't. And I thought that restraint was pretty cool.
I can get behind that. And they don't have scratchy towels at the hotel. No scratchy towels. What are your hidden gems? Hidden gems. Actually,
I got lots of fun facts.
we got quotes too.
Yeah, we got to do quotes
what
first,
are your
right?
What are your quotes? Yeah, what quotes we got? We got fun facts, hidden gems. We got all of it. Quotes.
Do you like puzzles, Mary Beth Medina?
I don't eat donuts.
There was some funny. See, that was the thing. That was my other knock. Is like, if you're gonna be that way, you gotta be that way the whole time. Like he completely changes his character.
I
when-
liked the
What do you mean?
randomness of it, kind of.
No,
he,
well,
he
the
did
I
stuff
don't
like that a
eat
lot.
donuts is
No.
him taking everything literally.
I know, but he's not doing that at the end of the movie. He's not a
You're saying
stoic.
that wears off.
It wears. It's like he has like a character arc that becomes unautistic at the end of the movie.
I don't.
When he's talking to his
No,
brother,
he
I don't
shoots.
think I
He
agree
shoots
with
John
that.
Lithgow, and then he goes,
I-
"Sorry."
I don't think I agree with you.
I
on
think
that.
they carry it, but it's less about that and more about the killing at the end.
yeah,
So,
I don't know.
talking about the pen protectors. Oh well, that's a nice one. His was dorky. That's a nice one.
I have a pen projector.
Heavy sigh.
By the way, my dad had a pen projector. Does that surprise anyone in
No.
this room?
No, not
every
one
job,
of us.
every job he had.
Heavy sigh. I love that she every time
Heavy
she's
sigh.
upset with him, she just is like she types out heavy sigh.
I spent my whole life only recognizing my lucky breaks after they were gone. That's sad.
Who says that?
Ray King.
I can't remember the exact words he uses afterwards, but she essentially says, "Where were you when I was in high school?" Essentially, like, "Why weren't you around when I was in high school?" And he goes, "North Carolina and Israel."
You're needed in whatever area I'm paying you to be needed in.
Dude, yes.
Yeah, the older lady.
How many times have you been there?
You're needed and
Just
get out.
Just freaking leave.
I need to finish. I need to finish. I need to finish.
Okay.
My husband's in the army, which means we all are. That's a good line. That's true for pastors
That
as
is a
well.
good line.
That's true for pastors. That's true for the army.
I mean,
It's true for athletes.
it's watching your dad, but I don't think it's inconsistent if your wife is a kindergarten teacher.
If your parent is a teacher and they're really committed.
If
Yeah.
your spouse does a podcast on Monday nights.
I think we're stretching here.
I just wanted to walk into the room and have everyone say, "Wow." And then he says, "You deserve wow."
Oh, on the note.
On the
Yeah.
note, I thought that was pretty good.
You deserve wow.
Is she in
We
accounting
didn't
too?
we didn't talk about it. Yeah, she's in finance at that company, and she's the one that catches it initially. But she's obviously not nearly as brilliant as
I'm
him.
looking for a man in finance.
I did think when he sent her the dogs playing poker,
yeah.
and it was actually the Jackson Pollock.
That whole
How much
thing
was
was
that
awesome.
Jackson Pollock work, by the way? Did anybody look that up? That's a famous one.
I had some fun facts about the art, but not the appraised value.
I'd just be curious on that because that is quite the gift.
Not just the art. So, like in the trailer of the storage unit, there's several
there's a
action
lot of
comics.
Well,
like number one, first appearance by Superman.
Luke's lightsaber.
Oh yeah,
in
like
there.
tons of.
His T-shirts are hilarious.
So I texted Riley in all caps, dude, the girl on the computer was his assistant the whole time. What girl on the computer?
Brett was Netflixing and chilling.
Dude, no, we were all in, dude. Remember when that was a question?
Oh my gosh.
At the very beginning,
By the way,
the first 10 episodes that everybody listens to.
All right, so check out if we're winding down on quotes, I got some really killer fun facts and hidden gems.
I'm good on quotes.
While you're looking that up, the screenplay for this film was featured in the 2011 Blacklist, a list of the most liked unmade scripts of the year. Isn't that interesting?
40 million.
So Gladwell just did his yearly series on movies scripts. Best movie scripts that have not been made.
That are still not made?
Still not made.
And so like were there notable ones like
yeah, dude, there's one about Michael Jackson's Monkey that won a bunch of awards on the screenplay, but no one will pick it up.
Wow.
There's
Is there one on Diddy?
There's one with Leo that him and somebody else tried to
Devil in White City.
Malcolm wrote something.
That's on the list?
That's on the list.
Is that what got him to do this?
I don't know, man, but it's a great. You'd love
Dude,
it.
that's crazy. Like when I read that list, when I read that like fun fact, I was like, that's a really interesting thing that exists.
Yeah.
A list of top most liked unmade scripts for the year that people know.
That is
It's almost like a cult following of scripts.
It makes the podcast made me realize getting the movie to be made is harder than having the great script.
For sure.
It's
almost like you could do a movie about getting a movie made.
Well, a lot
like
of a lot of that's marketing, just in general, right?
Sales.
Yeah.
It's sales. It's the right person selling every step of the
Everybody
way.
should sell Cutco, right, Brett?
It would help.
Yeah. I'm a lousy agent and a weak man, but a good dad.
Yeah, his vulnerability there saved his life.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the last one I had.
So there was two leading people that I found that were originally supposed to be the accountant. One of them was either going to be the actor or the director. Who was that?
Actor or director?
Correct. He was either going to be the lead actor or he was going to be the director for another lead actor. And he was in a war movie that we all love. Two of them, actually.
Mel Gibson.
Yes. Mel Gibson was originally envisioned for the star with the Coen brothers directing, or Mel Gibson was going to be considered to direct, and Will Smith was going to be the lead character, which I think Will Smith would have been a phenomenal choice. Would have been great. He would have put together like 7 Pounds meets Pursuit of Happiness meets iRobot. That would have been good.
Just named 3 movies he did in a row, I think.
Do you think he just would have...
Yeah, but that was like his characters.
Would he have just like slap killed everyone?
Like Chris Rock. Get my wife's name out your mouth.
Man.
Anna Kendrick based her character on her mother, a real accountant. And it made me think like how... And this was one of the early Anna Kendrick movies. It makes me wonder, like, how often are great actors tapping into their real life experiences?
All the time.
Yeah.
What they do, you do this too, really, really well, is every time that you're having interactions, you're thinking about, could I write about this?
Mm-hmm.
Or could I put this in? They're doing the opposite, not the opposite, but they're doing the same thing.
To this?
But they're saying, what pieces of this character that I'm talking to will I be able to tap into sometime? And I'm sure that they're taking notes. It's just great art. It's studying humans.
Man, I just saw this and it's going to kill me. There was a recent...
Not that what you write is great art.
Yeah, that's right.
To be clear.
Yeah. I've been canceled a few times. So the director, there was a director that was on, I'm trying to remember who the director was on Rogan recently, and this was a reel that I just watched, and he was talking about The One Thing. Jay Papasan, who wrote The One Thing, was on my show, so I follow him on Insta, and he reshared this director, and I can't remember who it is, I'll look it up and put it in the show notes, was talking about, he's like, there's this book called The One Thing, and I'm like, I'm not going to read that. I'm a creative guy. Like, I have too many things. I'm spinning lots of plates. I can't do this. I can't just do one thing. And then he realized, oh shoot, all of these fit into one thing, and if I harness all my energy to this one thing, and so he gets the book basically. But his thing was, I thought he was going to say storytelling. He says creative. He's like, my thing is creative. If I can make every interaction, everything that I do, everything that I touch, creative and different than everyone else, then I'm going to find success. I thought that was a really good word. Like, I've been kind of doing like this word of the year kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the one thing was Gary Keller.
Gary Keller is the co-author.
Oh.
Jay Papasan and Gary Keller co-authored Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and then The One Thing. Which
I think The One Thing is a great book.
Oh, it's a top 20 most successful business book of all time.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Anyway, I got to look up who that director was. But I thought that was a great word, creative. So for me, like, I'm in the speaker space, and I'm trying to differentiate myself, and mine is humor. How many calculated jokes can I put in a keynote and then have other humor that just is like working the crowd and like pepper in?
So I gave a talk to our eastern side of the United States division managers at my level this morning, and I was like, you know what? Albert kicked it off with a pretty serious like tone for summer, and I'm first speaker.
Attaboy, Albert.
I'm like, you know what? I wanna.
Was it the donkey?
I wanna lighten things up. What's that?
Was it the donkey?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Or it wasn't the Japanese koi either.
The donkey is one of my favorites.
So I had this screenshot of when I was texting all of my old reps about the book. And this guy, and I'm like, thought I'd kick things off with a laugh this morning, just to humble myself. This guy, when I texted out about the book, he responds with, "Yeah, you're the Asian guy, right?" But it was
Was he talking
good.
about Rod?
It was Aaron Harris, one of my
that's
DMs.
funny.
But it was, it's good.
Humbling.
Humor's
Yeah.
mine too. Yeah, it was good.
No, I think this is
Are
a
we
big,
on Hidden Gems?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think that was cool that like he reduced it to a word and he applied creativity. Creative.
Yeah, that is good. A little less serious. Hidden Gems. Anna Kendrick says, Cancun, not my proudest moment.
Yeah. That was a good quote.
And
that resonated with you.
We've spent some time in Cancun.
Yeah. That
Maybe
resonated.
come to our
I'm
live podcast
married.
recording.
So am I.
I got one more.
She also says Wabash wrong, and that really frustrates me.
Oh, this there's some setting.
A lot of people say Wabash wrong, and I don't know how you missed that.
What does she say?
Wabash?
Wabash.
And it's a
They also
really
talked-
common
Try
way
hard.
to say it wrong, and it just
Did they say the
annoys
school
me so
Wabash
much.
in this?
No, but this happens in Chicago, and there's a Wabash Street,
Oh yeah.
and
Wabash.
there's a
Street.
Wabash River in Indiana, and
They talk
there's
about Kankakee in this movie.
Mhm.
That's where Olivet is. Kankakee.
That's where his his practices, right? His CPA.
Yeah, and by the way, ZZZ accounting, not the most best option if you're trying to go undetected. It's actually brings a little bit more light to it because it's so weird and unique. Like,
if you're looking for it.
no,
Yeah,
I
if you're
mean,
not looking for it, you're like, yeah, that place is gonna go down in flames.
Yeah.
It's not good.
They
people were
literally
looking
had
for
to.
it and
They
they
literally,
found it.
they literally had to figure out what kind of aliases he used,
Yeah.
and then cross-reference every single one of those.
So again, this is just yet another layer of the story that was just like
Another job I could never do, by the way.
competing for our attention on the movie. Like just another thing, like all of these really cool elements, but instead of it coming together, it just distracted from different elements. That's why you got
because
confused.
he knows the girl, but he doesn't know the guy.
That's
What's
right.
interesting is
He doesn't know
listening-
JK Simmons. He doesn't even know his own brother. He starts shooting at him. That's another thing. How does he not know that it's his brother?
Well, he figures out that it's his brother.
Yeah, in the final scene.
And so we have to assume that the scene of him and his dad, he's older. I mean, he's maybe 10 years younger than whatever he is.
Yeah, that was another funny quote by JK Simmons. It was like, I was old 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was good.
He would have known what his brother still looked like. Yeah, that was...
You guys might like the second one more. Or Rem, you might like the second one more.
I probably will. And I'll probably go back and watch this again.
It probably is one of those, like, it's rewatchable.
Yeah, if this was something that I was just sitting down to watch, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. When you're screening it, and it's with a critic eye.
I will say this, is that every time we've done a movie on this show that I haven't seen, the first time I watch it without taking notes.
Yeah.
And then I watch it again to take notes.
Yeah.
And that's really helpful for me.
Commitment.
I did stop taking notes so I could just enjoy it and process it.
Yeah.
I also have a wife who every 5 minutes says, "Oh, this is what's happening." That's not what's happening.
My last hidden gem is that he reinvents himself in prison.
Yeah.
Just like the Count of Monte Cristo. It all comes back.
That's why he didn't recognize his brother. It's been 10 years. It's been an eternity.
It's been 10 years. He's got facial hair.
It's been an absolute eternity. All right, rating time. I'll go first.
Do you want me to give
ashamed.
everybody like a little tease of Accountant 2 since it's in theaters right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Worth seeing. Very similar to this movie, just in terms of like what to expect.
It is The Accountant 2.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's it's in the same like action vein.
It's literally in the same. If they make one more, it's a trilogy.
It's almost like the same franchise.
Okay, never mind. I'm giving it a 7.6.
Really? The movie you gave a 7.6?
Very similar.
I gotta rethink my.
The Accountant. I give it a 7.6. I really enjoy it. It's a movie that I will watch again. But it's not like critically incredible or anything.
Well, here's the deal. If it was like Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, not obvious. Accountant 1, Accountant 2.
It's Accountant squared.
Wait, is Accountant 2 the second movie?
Oh, the number.
These freaking
I thought it
guys.
was Accountant TOO.
Also the accountant.
They're just trying to get us to 90 minutes at
he's
this
also
point.
an
This
accountant.
is absurd. Pissing me
my
off.
rating.
Is he just no longer autistic in the second one? Like
No,
his
he's
character arc,
actually-
he completely got rid of it.
Actually, he's more autistic.
leans into
Yeah.
it. Well, yeah, 'cause
But
you're
it's
allowed
all
to
about
now.
what I was gonna say was it's all about the brother relationship because the brothers team up and the brother relationship in the second one is hilarious.
Let's hope it's
That's
better
what the
than-
trailer would lead you to believe, for
Yeah.
sure. I'm an 8.4, and that's because user error. If it weren't for what Remington described as a horrible job of putting everything together, I probably would have given it closer.
It's not even horrible because like you go back and you watch it a second time, it's probably way better.
Yeah.
But it probably would have been like
it doesn't need to be. It could have been simpler. It could have been
something.
Yeah.
Like the fixer in me wants to fix it. I don't know how, but yeah.
So what'd you give?
I need to finish.
I'm a 7.8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of in the same realm as me.
Yeah.
Like it's really good. I will watch this many more times.
I loved it.
Enjoyed it.
What's next? We got The Princess Bride.
Oh,
Live.
you've got 6 fingers on your left hand.
Hopefully our mics work. Hopefully it gets recorded.
Books and Brews. We can't even do it. I mean,
Yeah,
by the time you've heard
yeah.
this, we will have either been
You've
successful
already by the
or
time
not
you've heard this,
successful.
you've already you were there. You were at Books and
I'll
Brews.
tell you who will be
You
there.
might have been on the web.
The 3 of us and producer Nate.
There will be at least 4 people there. Yeah.
That's it.
Also, Lord of the Ring, Fellowship of the Ring coming up.
Oh,
Ooh.
heck yeah, bro.
As well.
Heck
And then
yeah,
we just
bro.
added one
Goodwill
to the
Hunting.
list tonight. Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, we may do it. We may do Mean Girls.
We're doing Shoe Dog.
I'm not saying any specific order.
Shoe
I'm saying
Dog.
what we got. Shoe
you
Dog's
just committed me to 20 hours. When did we talk about Shoe Dog?
It's on the list.
There when we make the list.
Gosh,
man.
dang it, dude.
But
Can we do like
I'm just excited.
how to lead a 120-page book?
I'm
160. 160.
I'm just really excited to prove you guys
what
wrong.
is everyone trying to prove with
I-
these 20-hour reads?
I'm just
Like,
really excited to prove you guys wrong with Shoe Dog.
What?
Because
What?
you guys
They
are
talk about
convinced
Jordan?
that Michael Jordan is in that book.
all
and he is not
I
in that book.
talked. He does. He talks about
Nope.
Michael Jordan. Jordan.
No, he doesn't.
You're saying they don't even mention Michael Jordan?
Nope.
0% confidence.
There's no
0%.
confidence.
Okay, so update on the Riley conversation.
No Michael Jordan.
So Riley said, "What girl on the computer?" I said, "The autistic nonverbal girl. She was his assistant the entire time." How do you know?
That's what Riley said?
Yeah.
And Riley loved the movie.
Oh, she did. She liked it a lot. Man, we didn't get that moment. Did you guys have the moment when she does the computer? Or are you like, oh, what?
It's at the end.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
you did have the moment though. You
Apparently, you and Riley weren't paying attention at
So
the end.
completely.
Yes. Yes, as soon as she did the voice thing. Now, what's interesting is how old is that girl?
They're about the same age.
She looks very young, if I remember.
No, she looked older.
She did look
by then.
older.
Yeah.
She looks very young when he's very young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she looked older.
Yeah.
In fact, she looks even a little bit older than he does at the end, in my opinion.
Yeah, she might be.
Dude,
It's the guy who runs it. It's his, and then
It's his daughter.
And then you know that Christian is giving over $1 million a year to that place.
It's really interesting how they drew in. So, like, when the mom is leaving, the brother's like flipping her off through the window, and when she's leaving, like, he brings that up. And when he meets Ben Affleck again for the first time, he's like, "Why on earth would you go to her funeral?"
It sounds like that's what.
Well,
was
he's
the break.
mad. He's mad because he called the dad to go to the funeral and not him.
Yes, he does say that.
But
Why
why would you go at all? Didn't he say why would you go at all?
Sure, but then he also, I think, was.
He said,
mad.
if you needed to go, you should have called me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't call him, which is a plot
So he wasn't
line,
mad that
which
that
is
the
a
dad
plot
got
line
killed?
they pick up because they in the second movie they keep it in real time because this movie came out like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. They make it 8 years in between movies.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Does anyone recognize anyone?
No. Nobody. They all go to prison again. It's crazy.
See you next time.